Wesley, but Wesley handles it. Then gets to the other half of the court. Wesley drives, kicks it to Will, who'll go all the way. We're through! And we'll put it in.
They gotta get a shot off. Vogel, Ripley for three.
No good.
Back rim, we'll go. Krause, rebound, up to Ermis. Ermis to the lane. It is good. And in the words of Wayne Larrabee, and there is your dagger. Shot up by Vogel. It's good, but to no avail. For the first time in 5.5 years, your Lancers have taken down the mighty St. Mary's.
That was
Team consisting of Max Chia, Ezra Scholes, Elliot Franzen, Braden Revac, Joseph Ungamat, Jacob Kanzenbach, and
is there. Steves got it in the back row to end it. The Lancers win this joust.
And welcome to 4505 Lancer Circle for this boys basketball matchup between your Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers and the Oostburg Flying Dutchmen. I'm Tristan Olson. Joining me tonight is Micaiah Krause, here to bring you this broadcast.
Hey guys, thank you for having me, Tristan, and super excited to come and watch this game and broadcast it too.
Yeah, absolutely, and a little bit about Oostburg here. They are on the other side of the Big East, as again they split for basketball, and they finished about tied for first. And of course, this is the crossover game that ends the year off. Usually ends the regular season out, but due to some rescheduling, it is not the last regular season game. But Oostburg this year, as Lancers, right now are sitting third in the conference, and Oostburg technically third in the conference, but really they're tied for first. But just because of who beat who, they are sitting in third place.
Yeah, I mean all three teams at the top: Kohler, Oostburg, and Sheboygan Lutheran, all super great teams, and then all 10 into a conference. So I'm so excited to watch this game tonight. I know it should be a great game.
Yeah, and been a while since these two teams faced off in the regular season. You know, they've played each other in Summer League the last 2 years, but last time they played them was January 10th, 2023 at Oostburg, where Oostburg won 64-56. Sadly, last time I played them, I know I was sadly not able to stay after our freshman team game, but both teams have really changed drastically since then. I know for Oostburg, you have guys like Kay Dursky, who's on that exact same team, and people like Wesley Hecker, who also played them the last time they played them. So it's been a lot of change since these last two teams met.
Yeah, I mean, and both teams have the experience, like you just said, Wesley and both Kay Dursky being on varsity since about their freshman year. And Kay Dursky just recently hit 1,000 points, huge milestone. And I mean, talking about 1,000 points too, you got Derek Lobbs almost there too, and just huge milestones for these guys, and just shows the experience on both these teams and see how they compete today.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Oostburg coming into this game last time, I believe they lost their last game against Sheboygan Lutheran recently, but some similar opponents that they've played, goes with the Big East Conference, North and South. They do play, select teams from each side. Oostburg this year have played Howard's Grove, and who the Lancers have played twice, and the Lancers dropped both of them, but they played Howard's Grove this year, and they beat them at Howard's Grove's place by 16. Also beating Sheboygan Christian twice, and also beating Reedsville by 8 this year.
Yeah, another interesting thing too, just looking at their schedule, is the last time they played was on Tuesday against Cedar Grove, Belgium, and the guys will face Cedar Grove, Belgium next Thursday. So this is a good game to see how that next other game goes. That was supposed to be earlier in the year, but just got rescheduled. And Oostburg beat Cedar Grove, Belgium by 5, 67-62. So we'll see how that goes too.
Yeah, absolutely. Oostburg this year had a couple guys, sit just a couple games this year, as they haven't been 100% healthy. But neither have the Lancers. Tonight, Jamin Ah, who we remember, went out in the last game against Elkhart Lake. And I thought he was playing tonight, but maybe I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah, he didn't practice yesterday, and said, from what I heard, he couldn't totally get to a sprint. He was kind of jogging, but couldn't all the way get to a sprint. But so we'll see. Hopefully he gets back. I mean, he's averaging about 7 points right now and 5 rebounds, and that's a missing piece that you're gonna have, and you're gonna have to fill at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice to see the Lancers be healthy. You know, a lot of sickness going around our school recently, so it's really good that they can have only one player not in the game tonight. But right now we will take a quick break and send it to a commercial.
Bethany Lutheran School is blessed to have a fantastic faculty and staff partner together with just amazing families, all to work for the good of our children. And every day bring the gospel message of God's love for them, the forgiveness of all their sins, and heaven waiting for them. We talk regularly about doing things the Bethany way, and that's simply doing everything to the very best out of our love for our Savior. Whether it's in the classroom, doing music, it could be on the athletic field and the way that we treat each other. We do things out of the love for our Savior and do things the very best we can. And that is doing things the Bethany way, and we strive every day to do that to our very best.
Hi, I'm Logan Brooks.
And I'm Camden Bay, and we are the officers here of the Broadcast Club at MLHS.
It has been amazing to move into our broadcast.
And Micaiah, why don't you lead us through talking a little bit more about Kay Dirksey, number 2 from Oostburg.
Yeah, so Kate Dursky, he's a junior right now, and he's averaging 21.6 points per game, leading the Big East South in average points per game, also averaging 6.4 rebounds and 6.4 assists, which is absolutely an incredible number. Like I mentioned before, he did hit 1,000 this year and already has 1,220 points, which is absolutely incredible to have as a junior. So I'm not totally sure what Oostburg's scoring record is, but I'm guessing he'll be hitting that at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's really going to be a fun one tonight to watch. High score, 40 against Howard's Grove. That's really impressive. We might see, a dunk from him tonight, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do tonight.
Yeah,
but
totally.
As we look toward more of the players we'll watch for the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers, up first we have Isaac Wagner. Isaac recently, has really blossomed into a great player that they can depend on for this team. I mean, didn't start in the starting lineup at the beginning of the year, but slowly worked his way up toward it, and he's been, really key on the defensive side of things. So you will definitely watch him get some steals tonight.
Yeah, he's just a super aggressive player, always getting after that loose ball and just playing some great defense, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, he can get stuff on the other side of things with getting steals. He gets in position, his high score of 17 points this year. He can do it on any given night, so he's going to be fun to watch tonight. But then, of course, the Lancers' lead guy, we have Derek Lobbs. Derek, I mean, what is there really else you can say about this guy? I mean, he does it on both sides of the court. We've seen him do his thing for the last 3 years, and I mean, what else can you really say about him? I mean, another quick thing, he's 73 points away from 1,000. Be the second person to hit that mark this year. But Derek this year averaging 15.9 points. Very solid, a little point increase from last year's. He averaged about 13 points last year. But again, that 1,000-point career mark, we're going to have to watch as the Lancers, if they get to that third round, the regional championship, Derek is supposed to break it on that game, so it'll be interesting to see in the future.
Yeah, and I mean, that's all based off of points per game, too, so you never know. Tonight he could have a huge night, maybe go for 40. I mean, he went for 34, I think, earlier this year, so we'll see. And he's also an amazing three-point shooter, shooting about 42%. Is he 6th in the division?
Yes, I do believe so.
Okay,
last time I checked.
Which is super good, and 42% is also an incredible three-point percentage, so look to see him shooting a lot tonight and getting some of those quick buckets.
Yeah, another one, you're talking about the three-point shootout, Will Franzen, number 1 in all Division 4, shooting about 49% from 3. So as of right now, if he can just stay about that mark, he is basically a lock to go to Madison to shoot in that competition. And you know, he's also very close to Trey Zastro's signal season three-point percentage. He needs about 51.5% on the year, finishing it from three-point land to get that mark.
Yeah, and he's shooting about 49.6. And another cool thing about that in-state is he's actually like third over all the divisions, and only like 2 people are in front of him, and they're from D1 and D2. And that's kind of incredible being D4. And I mean, divisions don't always matter, but it's just a cool kind of fact too, just to know.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that please bear with us tonight if we experience any technical difficulties tonight. So just bear with us in that one regard. But now we await the starting lineups for the visiting Dutchman.
First junior that we talked about at number 2, Cade Dursky, like we said, averaging 21.6 points per game. Then we got number 3, Chase Townsend, averaging 6.2. Then number 5, Caden Weavers, is averaging 3.4. Then number 13, Jameson Zavashin, averaging 20.2 points per game. And then number 23, Weston Zavashin, averaging 7.3, right behind his brother.
And as the lights go down inside the Lancers gym, that means that we are awaiting the starting lineups for your Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers.
That was an excessive one, Tristan.
Yeah, Mr. Durkee really gets into tonight, but here we go. A junior, number 1, Isaac Wagner. Will be between Derek and number 13, Jameson Zavashkin. And Oostburg wins the tip-off. So we start the crossover challenge here at Manitowoc Lutheran High School.
And it looks like Oostburg's student section is here to compete with ours, who usually is not that vocal, so we'll see how they do tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if your school has the ability to bring in basically the home court advantage over to an away team, away place, I mean, that really helps your team out to feel more comfortable inside the building. But a quick 3 there by the Dutchman puts them ahead right away, as looks like they're playing a little bit of a 2-3 zone, it looks like. Lancers haven't gone up against much zone defenses so far this year. There's Wesley Hecker feeling it out up near half court. Passes it over to Derek Lobbs.
Yes.
Back over to Hecker.
Zone is definitely a unique thing within guys basketball and stuff, and it's a lot more common when you're watching girls basketball. When you see a zone with guys basketball, it sometimes gets super aggressive, and it's really fun to watch. Yeah, and especially you get that really rare zone versus zone matchup, but Lancers have kind of gone into that just a little bit, maybe on some more inbound stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if they will try to adapt that. Hecker's going to put up a quick 3, not going to go off the front rim and out of bounds. So Oostburg will get the ball. As they quickly bring it across half court, quick pressure by Isaac Wagner. As another 3 gets put up, rebounded by Wagner. You know, one thing I mentioned is that this game is going to be a shootout, as Wesley Hecker going to knock down another 3. Both teams shooting very well from 3, but Chase Townsend going to go down. Well, not down, but out over to the bench, as replacing him is number 11, Devin Wilterdink. Yeah, looks to be some sort of cramp there. Yeah, and as I was saying, that zone is kind of unusual for guys basketball. Lancers just showed it, and there's Cade Dursky driving all the way to the basket for a quick 2.
Yeah, I mean, Oostburg can play very, very fast, very gifted group. So they're definitely going to try to play as fast as possible here tonight. But also zone. Zone's very effective at, if there's a couple players that you do not want to score, zone's very effective at making sure they do not get the ball and have opportunities to score. But Derek Lobb's going to put up a 3. That one not going to go. Rebound, Will Franzen. Franzen's going to put it, and it's not going to go.
And there's Kate Dursky kicking it out. And long 3 for 23, Weston Sebastian.
Wagner with his second rebound of the night, fighting for that one. As Wesley Hecker will bring it up to half court. Switch to a man-on-man is Oostburg. Swings it over to Wagner on the other wing. Hecker in the corner. Hecker going to drive, hits the spin move, and going to put it up and in. Pretty move there from Wesley Hecker to tie the game up. Going to go up again, and that one will fall for Jameson Savashkin.
Yeah, Jameson Sebastian hasn't been shooting the best this year. I mean, shooting about 27%. But lately, whenever the Lancers have played someone that they don't think can totally shoot the ball, they usually go off. And there's Derek responding with a 3. And there'll be a Lancer timeout. Your score 8-11 so far.
As Lancers' first time out getting called there, as they're going to retake the court. No substitutions yet for them. As again, both teams shooting a lot of threes. I mean, we knew this one was going to happen tonight. Both teams can play very, very fast with some very athletic kids. So the three-point game is really going to be important in this one tonight. As Isaac Wagner, aggressive reach in there. Dirksey step back, passes over to the top, back over to Dirksey, underneath to Zavachkin, back over to his brother in the corner. He's going to put one up, and that one's not going to go. Rebound, Franzen. Quickly up the court to Wagner. Wagner going to go. Wagner going to put one up, not going to go. Back over to Zavachkin. He's going to put it up and in. Hecker, once again, the man bringing the ball up. Over to Wagner, down over to Dillon. Back up to Hecker. Thought about that pass over. Quick pass this year from the Lancers over in the corner. Derek Lobbs, wide open, 3 gonna go! Derek Lobbs with his second three-pointer in the game, putting it back within 2. As Dirksey, quick drive. That one gonna go right away. Dirksey took it all the way across the court into the lane.
Yeah, and Tristan, that's something you don't want happening tonight. He's going to drive every time and get that quick, too. And obviously, as you see, Lancers struggle to stop that, so they need to figure out how to stop him.
Yeah, again, Dirksey leading scorer across both sides of the conferences. What a pass there, though, from Wesley Hecker into Franzen for 2. Great court vision there from Wesley Hecker. Dirksey brings the ball up, a little slower this time bringing it up. Corner. Ooh, back up to Dirksey, almost picked off by Wagner. Down to the wall. They've been doing a lot of this tonight. Down low, get it back up to Dirksey, and he's going to drive. As Wesley's going to tip that one. Back in the corner. Pump fake. Back over to Savachkin in the corner. Over to Dirksey.
Kind of switching up the play real quick, setting it up. And it looks like there's a screen for Dirksey.
Not going to go. Rebound. Nobody boxed out him there as Zavachkin going to get a quick one up and in. Both teams scoring very quick. So that was probably definitely the longest drive of the game. Oh, finds Will Franzen. Will thought about. Back up to Hecker. Hecker's going to get a three-point shot. Not going to go. Rebound Zavachkin. Wagner now defending Savachkin on the other side. Not going to go. Rebound Savachkin. Savachkin going to put it back up and in. Really no attempt from the Lancers there to grab that board. as they're going to trap him up at half court. Franzen has a jumper. That one not going to touch anything, and that one's going to sail out of bounds. Press there. We're going to get easily broken by the Dutchman. Dirksey has the ball. Ooh, quick moves there from Dirksey. Dirksey down low, double teamed. Swings it back. Jumper. Going to go up, not going to go. But Franzen going to rail that one in. Hecker going to drive. Hecker, pretty spin moves there, as Franzen's going to do a spin move of his own and get it up and in. Will Franzen, his 4th point of the game, his 3 rebounds also. Very big player for them already in this one. Swings it to the corner, over to Weavers. Over to Dirksey. Dirksey gets triple teamed in the paint. Back up to Zavachkin. And that was going to be stolen away by the Lancers. Isaiah Muchka was on the other side, but the ball was not in anybody's hands, so they couldn't get it up to him. Cross court to Franzen. Corner, Hecker. Hecker, good move there. Almost loses the ball. Hecker putting on a show here with his moves. Up top to Muchka. He's going to take a drive, and that one's not going to go. Dirksey now brings that one up, instantly pressured by Muchka and Hecker. Corner Zavachkin thought about it. Weavers trying to think of where to go. Finds Dirksey over in the corner, and he's going to nail that one.
Yeah, that's someone you don't really want to totally leave open. And the tough part about Oostburg is not only do they have Dirksey, but you also just got to keep a watch out for Jamison Zavachkin. I mean, he already has 7 points, and he can also score just as easily.
Yeah, absolutely. As Lancers looking what to do. Hecker had a 3, going to give it up for Derek Lobs, who's going to put one, not going to go. Quick closeout there by the Dutchman. As Dirksey going to put one, I'm not going to go. Rebound by Hecker. Going to push that one up Franzen. Stops at the 3-point line. Hecker back over to Muchka. Muchka step back, 3-pointer not going to go. Rebound Hecker.
And foul. Let's be on red 11, and that'll be Devin Wilterding.
Now checking in for the Lancers, number 1 Isaac Wagner and number 20 Reed Haynes. As Noah Dillon and Derek Lobs check out for the Lancers, as Wes Hecker going to pass the ball in.
And Wes get it to Isaiah.
Mooch get the volleyball line. Over to Hecker. Hecker has the 3-point attempt. He's going to take it, and he's going to nail it. Hecker with his 8th point of the night, shooting 2 for 3 from 3-point. Deadly, but as the ball will go over by the Oostburg bench to get passed in. Instant pressure by the Dutchman. Gets it over to Isaac Wagner. Isaac swings it over to Franzen. Tight pass there. Zavachkin not letting Franzen go anywhere. Muchka gets picked up now by Zavachkin. Reed Haynes has the ball in the wing. Franzen now on the wing. Can't go anywhere. Great defense there. Hecker now has Dirksey on him. Over to Franzen. Franzen still can corral it.
Yeah, as you can see so far too, Oostburg is just a super physical team, and the Lancers sometimes struggle with that physicality. I mean, playing Roncalli a couple weeks ago, Roncalli's defense is just super physical and super strong, and they struggled to score against it. So we'll see how Lancers do against Oostburg now too.
Yes. Looks like another foul going to be called on the Dutchman. That is number 10, Kyler Ernice, as that'll be the Dutchman's 3rd foul in about 30 seconds. Student section not liking it, but they got to be careful, as we've heard that they got kicked out on Tuesday against Cedar Grove, Belgium. So they're really going to have to be careful tonight so the same thing doesn't happen. But actually now the refs
calling another foul.
Calling looks like a personal foul there on Savachkin. Maybe running his mouth a little bit when he shouldn't have, as 4 fouls in 30 seconds. That is not good. But there is about 7 minutes left in this game, so maybe that's where your fouls almost should be. Almost great pass there by Hecker, just missed him a little bit. Back over to Wagner in the wing. Over to Haynes. Haynes cannot catch it, but reels it in. Great pass by Haynes over to Muchka, as Muchka's going to put it in for 2.
Great pass there by Reed Haynes, just getting in there, and great cut by Isaiah Muchka.
Yeah, with Jamin out tonight, Reed definitely going to see some good minutes here tonight. Really got to make the most of it as the ball tipped by Wagner, as that's going to go back to the Dutchman. As that one will be last touch thrown out of bounds by the Dutchman. As now Noah Dillon and Derek Lobbs are going to check in for Reed Haynes and Will Franzen. Will Franzen playing great already, 4 points, 3 rebounds.
Yeah, and something to look out at too. I mean, Oostburg having 2 turnovers now. Sometimes the Lancers struggle with turnovers and just throwing just dumb passes away, but so far have no turnovers and just really are taking care of the ball well, especially against this aggressive zone defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, cross-court pass over to Muchka. Muchka going to drive, pretty pass into Hecker. Hecker going to put it up, not going to go though. A little bit too much on that layup. As Weaver's in the corner, going to pass it, try to get into Zavachkin, but not going to go, as that will go out of bounds. Last touch by the Lancers. Savachkin going to pass that one in now. Oh, Savachkin was just sitting there waiting for it, as that is, again, Jameson Savachkin, another point for him. Hecker now gets the ball, sending up the offense. Wagner, very tight defense now, basically face guarding every single player. Oh, going to try to fit that one in, but Savachkin's going to get it. Savachkin going to drive, but they're going to call foul there, as I believe that will be called on Isaac Wagner. It will. Isaac maybe shoved them a little bit there, but Savachkin will go to the line to shoot 2. Both teams shooting well tonight. 55% for Oostburg, 44% for the Lancers. As a little wet spot there, as Coach Lohberger brings out a towel to solve it out. Quick little breather here for both teams now.
Yeah, it's kind of been a non-stop game so far. Only 1 timeout being called. And I mean, other than those 3 fouls just a couple of seconds ago, there hasn't been too many fouls. I mean, fouls 2 to 5 right now.
As Savachkin finds the bottom of the nets for his first free throw. Second one now, also going to fall as the Oostburg extend their lead to 8. Isaac brings the ball up now over to Hecker. Great guard combo these two have been, being able to set up the offense. Trying to find Noah Dillon, but can't. Back over to Hecker. Hecker thought about it. Going to drive on Dirksey. Lobs, corner, 3. That one's going to fall. Derek Lobs shooting 3 for 5 from 3 on the night.
And that only helps his percentage, and hopefully he can move up in those standings too.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, Lancers, really staying in this game, playing about as physical as they need to. But Savachkin corner 3, trying to answer, can't get it to go, but no rebound there. But Dirksey's going to get another one, but doesn't also get it to go. Another rebound by the Dutchman. Dirksey now trying to set up the offense. Tries to find Savachkin, tipped away by Dillon. Brought back. Savachkin had a 3-pointer, gives it up to his brother. Seems like they're going to call foul there on Noah Dillon on the reach. That is Noah's second, I do believe. Yes, it is. As Will Franzen going to check in for him. They really need to really box out Savachkin, number 13, the 13 one. But turnover there by Savachkin, as they're going to call a reach in by the Dutchman.
Nice job Wesley right there, just powering through and just keep taking care of the ball and not just throwing it away or trying to dribble into the contact.
Yeah, absolutely. As he will bring the ball up, pressured at half court by Dirksey. Lancers have had about 4 guys score tonight, while the Dutchmen have had 3. Franzen now volleyball line. Lobs, deep wing. Trying to find a place to go. Can't though. Back over to Muchka in the wing. Corner. Franzen. Oh, makes Savachkin take flight. Spinning his way. Tries to put up a shot. Can't get it to go.
Lots of contact in the lane. It's not going to be easy for Will to get in there tonight. So we'll see how he adjusts.
Checking in for the Oostburg Dutchman is number 11, Devin Wilderdink. Checking in for number 10, Kyler Ernest. Hecker passes over to Wagner. Gets it back, though. Muchka in the corner. Muchka going to drive, try to take contact, but that's going to go off of his hands and out of bounds. That would be Dutchman ball.
Now Dutchman setting up an offense, but putting it into the post real quick. And now I can't say his name. Sorry. Jamison will miss.
Franzen three-pointer going to go up. Oh, rattles in and out, but rebounded quickly by the Lancers is Isaac Wagner. Maybe I'm going to try to get a second chance shot here. Muchka, top of the key. Corner, Wagner. Finds Franzen. Franzen thought about a deep one there, doesn't take it. Hecker now dribbling it out. Franzen cut, was open, but maybe Wesley didn't see a chance. Franzen's going to get a corner 3 as he's finally going to get one to go. Will Franzen from the corner. 2-point game now as the Dutchmen bring up the ball. Pass over in the corner, down over to Dirksey. Oh, Hacker almost stole that one. Jumper now going to go. I'm not going to go. Rebound Franzen, his 5th one tonight.
And just like that, Lancers have a chance to take the lead now or tie it up.
Ooh, pass over to Muchka. Little high pass there, Muchka, making kind of an athletic play for that one. Muchka going to drive on Dirksey, going to get it up, not going to go. Rebound Wagner, tries to put it up, can't. Over to Savachkin, but an and one is going to be called as he puts it up and in.
And that's just a great case of Oostburg just showing how fast they can run. In need, they will push the ball. And just there, seeing Savachkin down there, just putting in that layup, and then Will kind of following him at the bottom. Checking in for the Lancers now, number 23, Mr. President Logan Brooks. Checks in for number 30, Isaiah Muchka. And number 5, Caden Weavers heads in, and Zavachin will head out.
Tall Savachkin, first time going out today. We'll definitely see him, I feel like, in a couple minutes, as Savachkin going to put that one up and in, his 14th point of the night.
Derek dribbling and driving, push off, don't see it, and he'll put the little floater in for 2.
Great move there by Derek Lobs. As another penalty called. That'll be number 1, Isaac Wagner. That'll be his 2nd. As Muchka going to come back in for him. Both teams taking very care of the ball tonight. 3 turnovers total combined for both teams. This is a 3-point game. 3-pointer thought about it over to Dirksey. Corner 3 now going to go up, and that one's going to fall for Chase Townsend. As Brooks going to quickly get one, and Brooks is going to get the and one. Logan Brooks with a quick play on the other side, and that's going to be a foul on Kate Dirksey. as Brooksy is going to get the end one. Oh, excuse me. The foul's on number 3, Chase Townsend. That's his third. As Zavachkin going to put that one up and in. Hecker now going to bring it past corner. Will Franzen going to put one up. Not going to go. Lancers really depending on the 3-ball tonight. Maybe can't find a way into the paint, but they've been very successful in the paint. But that's going to be a corner 3. Going to go up, not going to go. Rebound, Hecker. Only 3 guys have crowd rebounds in for the Lancers tonight, as there'll be 55 seconds left on the first half. Over to Brooks. Brooks going to get another drive. Franzen corner. Back over to Brooks. Brooks going to get a drive. Corner. Derek lobs. Deep corner 3. Not going to go. But they'll call a foul on Will Franzen. That'll be Franzen's second. 3 players to the Lancers with 2 as Reed Haynes will come in and check in for him. The Lancers in bonus here. And Lancers have 16 fouls to their own name. 5-point game now, 30 seconds left. Oostburg probably going to hold it, I'd assume, for the last shot. And as they are going to hold it, they've held it for 15 seconds already. Dirksey going to drive. Dirksey and Savachkin definitely going to cook something up here. Savachkin going to put up his first 3 of the night. Second 3 of the night, but that one's not going to go. As Lob's going to put one up. Oh, and that one was close, but not going to go. As your score going into halftime will be the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers 31 and the Oostburg Flying Dutchman 36. But now we will hear a word from our sponsors.
Bethany Lutheran School is blessed to have a fantastic faculty and staff partner together with just amazing families, all to work for the good of our children. And every day bring the gospel message of God's love for them, the forgiveness of all their sins, and heaven waiting for them. We talk regularly about doing things the Bethany way, and that's simply doing everything to the very best out of our love for our Savior. Whether it's in the classroom, doing music, it could be on the athletic field and the way that we treat each other. We do things out of the love for our Savior, and do things the very best we can. And that is doing things the Bethany way, and we strive every day to do that to our very best.
Hi, I'm Logan Brooks.
And I'm Cam Nimbe. And we are the officers here of the Broadcast Club at MLHS.
It has been amazing to move into our broadcasting booth in the new gym.
But we need your support.
With the move, we have equipment we need to buy to continue to bring you high-level broadcasts of MLHS sports.
If you are a business interested in a commercial or an individual who just loves our broadcasts and would like to support us, scan the QR code or go to the link on your screen to see ways you can support us.
You can also email our advisor, Nathan Gergel, for more information.
Thanks, and enjoy the game.
Sponsored by B&B Metals, buying scrap cars, appliances, and farm equipment. If it's metal, we buy it. Call us at 920-693-8261.
For all your plumbing needs, Leisure Plumbing. Full-service plumbing for more than 45 years.
And welcome to the halftime show here tonight. Again, Oostburg leading 36-31 here in this very fast-paced first half. But as we look at the game stats here for tonight's matchup, it's just kind of interesting as, Oostburg, have been to the line about 3 times tonight, and they've made all 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't think free throws aren't really playing that huge of a role so far in this game so far. But in tight games like this especially, free throws will come down to the line, and the Lancers are going to have to put them in at some point and really nail those homes. And I think the Lancers are shooting pretty well so far. I mean, as you can see, Lancers shooting about 46% from the three-point line, which is a really good percentage for a team as a whole. And I think if they continue that, they should do great.
On that stat, Lancers have not shot a free throw yet tonight, and the turnover battle is Oostburg with 2 and Lancers with 1. So, stat thing, bugging a little bit there tonight. But again, Oostburg has really been doing it, especially in the rebound side of things. I mean, they've really just been bullying the Lancers on the offensive side of things, but both teams really have been doing that. Most of the rebounds coming from the offensive side of things, so it's just really interesting to look at as, usually you see most of your rebounds coming from defense, but tonight it's really coming from offense.
Yeah, Oostburg is having so many second chance points right now, and I think in order for the Lancers to get a hold of this lead and keep it, they're going to need to limit these second chance points, especially from Jerski, especially from Savachins. If we limit those, then we'll grab the lead and be back very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And as now we look for the top 3-point scorers for the Lancers here tonight.
Starting off with Derek Lobbs. So far has 11 with shooting 57% from the field and no rebounds yet so far. And then we got Wesley with 8. Wesley's doing an amazing job taking care of the ball under some really tough pressure and really doing a great job bringing the ball up. Then we got Will also shooting 33% with 7 points and really leading the way right now with rebounds so far and just doing a great job of boxing out and getting those rebounds.
Yeah, and also Isaiah Muchka and Logan Burks both have 2 points. That's making up the Lancers scoring here tonight. But also, as we look at it, Oostburg has had 3 guys score tonight. They've had Jameson Zavachkin with 18 points, Kate Dirksey with 10, and Chase Townsend with 6. So really, Jameson Zavachkin really getting it done tonight for the Dutchman.
Yeah, 18 of, all the points is incredible, and that's half of the points right there. So they're also going to need to stop him. And although I bet we really centered on Dirksey, he only has 10, which is a pretty good amount, and if he's averaging 20, he's still probably going to hit that. Halfway through 10 points. So we'll see what both of these guys do and see if the Lancers can stop him in the second half.
Then again, as we've mentioned in the broadcast, Lancers really depending on that 3-point game tonight. Dutchmen can really adapt well as a team. So tonight, I definitely think that the Dutchmen are going to adapt after the second half and try to shut down the 3-point game more than they did in the first half.
Yeah, and that's crucial too. And Tristan, just like you said at the beginning of the game, it's kind of a shootout. I think that's exactly what it's kind of been so far, but it's also been a little bit of Lancers getting bullied in that area. And something you didn't completely talk about in pregame, but you have on the scouting report, is just kind of the Lancers are outsized in this from this Oostburg team, and it's kind of been able to show now without being out-rebounded and everything that's been going on too, and all these rebounds and second chance points.
Yeah, absolutely. As the Lancers, have taken back the court, Lancers, they haven't really, beginning of the season, they kind of went deep into their benches. Beginning of the season starts out, you try new things, but the Lancers really have been only going 7 deep, really, with 5 stars, then Isaiah Muchka and Jamin off the bench. But, recently, with Jamin being out tonight, they're going a little deeper, subbing in Brooks and Ree Haynes, and we might see maybe Camden May making an appearance as Will and Noah were kind of in foul trouble getting later into the game. So Lancers, they can go deep in their bench, so let's see if they'll do it tonight.
Yeah, I think Brooks has also played some pretty significant minutes this year, especially compared to last year too. And he has been also a significant role. He's almost kind of like an Isaac Wagner, not getting as many minutes as him though, but just coming in for those quick hustle points. I mean, you just saw in the first half, he subbed in and immediately had an and one opportunity, which is super awesome and super amazing for Logan Brooks. And see what he can do the rest of the night.
Yeah, I mean, for the Lancers, he's really the hustle player. You know, you've got almost everyone on every single basketball team you see. You know, you got Logan Brooks, hustle player for the girls team. You know, broadcasting. You know, I kind of contribute that kind of Marin Dwayne a little bit. You know, players that play really fast. So Brooks kind of just really has sunk into that role the last 2 years. And when he gets this opportunity, he makes it worthwhile. I remember last year they were playing at Reedsville. It was a close game. Brooks came in about 25 seconds later, hit a spot-up three right before the buzzer to make it a tie game going into half. So he just really makes his minutes worth it.
Yeah, he just makes that energy of the team sometimes just skyrocket. Just with the quick, easy buckets or quick hustle plays. It's every team needs them, just like you said. And yeah, for the girls team, it's definitely Marin Dwayne. She always gets those quick hustle points and just gets some of these good jumpers in sometimes just when you need them.
Yeah, I mean, those quick points, really what you're going to need a lot to win these close games, as the Oostburg Flying Dutchmen have really figured out recently. But, you know, boys selection playoff show is this Sunday, so it's going to be interesting to see the Lancers fall. I mean, you know, talking to the guys in school, what I've been hearing is they're kind of hoping for a 4 or 5 seed, which means they will have a bye, I believe, if they're a 4 seed. I don't know much about a 5 seed, but
definitely a home game.
Definitely a first-round home game. But if they can get that bye, which they got last year, and they played Horicon at home, that'll definitely help them. You know, also get some more rest going into the playoffs.
Yeah, and especially the nice part too is you don't want too much rest because then you're off from the basketball, just off the court. But luckily, that Cedar Grove Belgium game did get rescheduled, and they'll play them next Thursday, because otherwise they'd go about almost 2 weeks without playing another game. But they'll have that game in there before playoffs, and that'll be great.
Yeah, and another sad thing, I mean, that SMC and Cedar Grove game next week, they don't really matter towards playoffs. I mean, SMC will count towards that conference record for the history books, but, you know, that Cedar Grove game, you know, sadly on Thursday, sadly doesn't really mean anything, you know, as playoffs come, but it's a good way, you know, to make sure you're still in your game so you don't take too much of a break when you go to playoffs, as Micaiah said.
Yeah, and in the end, it'll also be just a good telling point, too, because, I mean, just like I said earlier, Cedar Grove only lost by 5 against Oostburg, and hopefully it'll be another good game, I hope. And it's just good to get these close games in for playoffs, because you're obviously not walking into playoffs, and you're not going to get cupcake games. You're not going to go win by 40 all the way up until sectionals. So it's good to make sure the Lancers are working and keeping their eyes on that ultimate goal, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lancers last year got eliminated in the regional championship by the Kohler Bombers. Kohler this year in conference play with Oostburg went 1-1, split games with them. So, as I believe, so did Sheboygan Lutheran once. And I mean, they all split with each other. You know, it's very confusing. They all win and lost to each other. But, you know, it'd be interesting to see, as Oostburg has beaten them once, as the Lancers last year got beat by, I think, about 40 points last year. But it's just interesting to see, as the Lancers, you know, definitely have grown as a team from last year, and they're ready to make some statements in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I mean, something to just put in perspective, too, is the Lancers have played both the 1 and 2 ranked teams in Division 4. When they played Bonduelle, who was the 1, probably won't be now coming into next week, they lost pretty heftily, and that was earlier in the season, but now recently played Roncalli, played a super tight half with them, ended up losing by about 20, but Roncalli last night went and beat Bonduelle by, what was it, 23?
About 23, 24 points.
So, I mean, that's kind of just something to show, like, that's the top 2 teams in the division, and Lancers have been able to stuck with them.
Yeah, absolutely, as Lancers will start the ball this half, as Oostburg going back down to that zone. Franzen finds Wagner. Corner now. We'll have Derek maybe for a split second down low. Pass over to Hecker. Hecker trying to find an open spot. Basically almost triple teaming there. But Franzen going to have a 3-point attempt, but not going to take it. Over to Hecker, volleyball line.
Yeah, another thing with size, too, when you're running a zone is your arms just cover up every single space. And there's not much room for open shots, as Will take that and miss, and Kate Dursky will get the rebound.
As the 3-pointer will go for Zavachkin. First points in this half going to the Dutchman.
And right there's his 21st point of the night. Just kidding. Wrong, Sebastian. That is his 5th point of the night.
Franzen going to get a shot in the paint, not going to go, but gets his own rebound. Is going to put it back up and in this time.
Yeah.
As now Sebastian going to shoot one, not going to go. Hecker now getting tightly covered by Dirksey. As they're just running through the screens like it's no problem. Franzen had a 3-pointer, not going to take it. Tries to back up into the paint. Doesn't have a shot, thrown away. Dirksey thought about one over to Savachkin. Back over to Dirksey. Going around the world, here's the Dutchman. As taking their time now, Dirksey makes Noah Dillon go jump. Sebastian is going to back down. Isaac Wagner, he's going to get it to go. That'll be his 23rd point of the night. As Hecker now going to catch the ball on the wing. Back down, but that's going to be stolen away by the Dutchman.
And there's a turnover for the Lancers.
Savachkin thought about one. Dirksey now in the corner. Dirksey finding someone to go, gets it down to Savachkin. Savachkin going to put it up and in for his 25th point of the night.
That's just a tough one. He was wide open at the bottom, and Dirksey just saw him, and Lancers couldn't quite capitalize.
Wagner now going to put up a 3. That one not going to go. Lancers now in a little drought here, but Oostburg still applying the same pressure that they did. Dirksey thought about one. Savachkin in the corner. Down, over back to Savachkin, but they're going to call foul Noah Dillon. As that will be his 3rd of the night. Noah Dillon has not scored yet tonight. Definitely Lancers missing those points, as Noah is a big part in this scoring game.
So Oostburg will take it out, and they're just giving it across to Sebastian, and it'll be long. Dirksey with the rebound.
Savachkin now on the wing, down to his brother. His brother going to get a layup up and in.
Just as I mentioned before, they played a close game with Roncalli the other day, and like the first half and then second half kind of just went in a drought to start. And it's kind of what you're seeing right now. It's just not able to score and not really been able to stop anything either.
Yeah, they've had 2 points so far in the first 5 minutes of play, but Franzen could have put one up, and I am wrong, as that will be their 2nd basket so far, as Franzen has his 11th. Down over to Zakovic. Rebounded there by Will Franzen. 7th rebound of the night. Really getting it done down there for the Lancers.
He's definitely needed there too right now, because Noah Dillon isn't totally getting down there a lot. So Will's really showing up. And there's Derek finally making a statement and one little floater in front of the basket.
You know, that's what they needed. A quick little putback puts the game within 8. Definitely not out of it yet. Lancers have, I think, came back down from about that deficit in the first half, so they are definitely not out of it tonight. That's Derek's first free throw of the night, going to go up and in. That'll mark his 14th point of the night, the Lancers' leading scorer. Zavachkin over to his brother, look for Dirksey, but he's going to drive anyway. He's going to put one up and in. That'll be his 27th point of the night for Zavachkin.
Some of these points that he's having right now, you're just not totally sure how it goes in, but he's putting them in and finishing really well right now.
I mean, Lancers, really have not been able to stop him, and he's just making them pay for them not being able to do that. And, I think they're definitely going to keep doing that as Zavachkin. I mean, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he'll very well almost end up with 40 points tonight.
Yep.
Lancers now have no idea what to do. Over to Wagner. Back over to Hecker. Stolen away by Dirksey. It's fouled there by Wagner. Student section overreacting there. There'll be another foul on Isaac Wagner. That'll be his 3rd. Zamuchka gonna...
Isaiah getting a little ahead of himself there.
Well, it looked like Isaac was walking off in his defense. But he will check in for him. As Devin Wilterdink will check in for Zavachkin, the freshman.
Now, Jersey's second free throw on the way. And that'll be his 12th point of the night. Wesley bringing the ball up. Jersey showing lots of pressure still. And he'll get it to Isaiah.
Hecker makes Dursky jump. Has an open shot. Going to take it, and that one's going to fall. Hecker's 10th of the night. It's quick bringing up the ball there is the Dutchman. Zavachkin over to Dirksey. Dirksey going to put one up, and that one's going to fall. Lancers now down by 12.
Derek driving. Great finish by Derek. Great drive.
I mean, that's really what they've been needing to see from Derek all game. Getting able to drive, because he definitely can't do it against this team. And he finally gets one. There's Dirksey. Deep 3. Going to go up. Not going to go. Rebounded Muchka. They're going to drive. Muchka floater. Going to go up. Not good. Rebounded, though. Noah Dillon. Derek Lobs 3. Not going to go. Zavachkin going to get it in there, but they're going to call foul there. Called on Noah Dillon. That will be his 4th. One more, and he's fouled out. Because Reed Haynes comes in now. It will come in for him.
Yeah, this is usually the point where you'd have Jamie Knott come on in. But, I mean, it's always tough when he's not doing the best with his ankle. Not feeling good. And Zavachkin will put the free throw in. And second one on the way. Make it 29. And he will not. And he'll stay at 28. And it'll be Lancer ball. Last touch by the Dutchman.
Lancers maybe caught a break there from extending this lead to 12. First missed free throw, I'm pretty sure, for the Dutchman all night. Very disciplined from the charity stripe. Lancers now setting up their offense. Hecker, top of the key, drives, jumper. That one gonna fall. Wesley Hecker, I mean, really since freshman year, not only has he gotten taller, but that really helps his confidence shooting those jumpers. I mean, I know many school nights, he will get his homework done, go over to Bethany, and shoot a lot of shots. So, I mean, he's really improved in that category, as that won't be thrown away by Derek Lobs. Looked for Franzen. Franzen maybe hesitated as he's Zavachkin about to jump out on that one.
Yeah, Wesley is one of the most hardworking people I know, and I'm not sure what happened with the buzzer there, but Wesley's one of the most hardworking people I know. And, I mean, especially in the game of basketball, just goes and always constantly wants to get better and is never satisfied with, I mean, how his team did, how he did, and always wants to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. And another buzzer sound goes off. His three-point not going to go. Rebound Franzen. Franzen with his 8th tonight. 2 more and he'll get a double-double. 9:22 left on the clock. Swing over. Franzen. Corner. 3 going to go. As Dirksey really quickly has the ball past half court already. Gets out of the corner. Back up. Zavachkin. Back down to Shavatskin. Swing over. 3-pointer. Thought about it. Dirksey. Deep 3 almost took it. I know he definitely can pull up from that range. 3-pointer now going to go up, and that one's not going to go. Rebound, though, off the backside by Wilderdink. Savachkin going to put one up and in. Savachkin with his 31st point tonight. Muchka now, deep wing, back over to Hecker. Quick trap there, made Hecker get rid of the ball early. Thought about it, Muchka, 3-pointer. That one not going to go, back iron. Dirksey going to bring the ball up. Ripped away by the Lancers. Will Franzen corrals it in.
I'm pretty sure that's Oostburg's first turnover of the night, or of the half.
Rebound, Derek Lobbs. He's going to put that one up and in. Off of the Hacker, missed 3-pointer. Timeout now by the Lancers, 7-point game now.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, yeah, it was just 12, but it shows we're not totally out of it. 7 points is not impossible to do, especially for this team that's been shooting pretty well tonight. I mean, Lancers so far shooting about 37% from the 3-point line, which is obviously pretty good for, like, as a team as a whole. And then you got Will Franzen shooting 33, Wesley's shooting 50, and Derek shooting 43 from the 3-point line. So as long as those guys keep putting these shots in, it should be good.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lancers here, I mean, we've been talking about the rebound battle, but both teams are actually tied in the rebound battle right now, 19-19. Again, mostly coming from offensive side of things. So if the Lancers, I think, really want to make this game close, they're definitely going to have to start winning that lead. But, you know, you don't really see very much Lancers versus Dutchmen. Of course, different sides of basketball. How it doesn't help that I know they play maybe each other for baseball. But, you know, you really see that maybe once in a while for volleyball too. But, I mean, for football, I mean, you really see that every year as the Lancers took the win this year, 31-6 over the Dutchmen. But Lancers now on the men's basketball side of things hoping to also come away with a win.
Yeah, I mean, the reason you don't totally see them is they are on the other side of the conference, and you don't really see much of the other side of the conference. I mean, sometimes you'll schedule them, get them in your schedule, but otherwise you got this crossover game. That's about it.
Yeah, and it's never a guarantee that you play the same times every year. Last year, the Lancers played Ozaki, which they took a loss in that one. Dirksey now. Dribbling inside. That one not going to go. Rebounded, though, Dutchman. Zavachkin now, 3-pointer. And that one's not going to go. Rebound, Dutchman. But they're going to call foul there on Isaiah Muchka.
And that will be the team's 4th. And that will be an easy back down for Savachkin on Will.
Savachkin's 33rd point of the night. Really career game from here tonight it is.
It is a career.
Wagner looking what to do. Reed's in the corner.
Dutchman switching back to a man.
Quick pass over to Hecker. Hecker made Dirksey jump and hopefully make him pay for it, and he does. Wesley Hecker from 3. Puts the game within 6 now, 58-52. We still got a game on our hands. Dirksey now going to bring it up. Almost thrown away by Muchka. Corner Zavachkin. Oh, almost Dirksey got it.
And Dirksey will make a jump, and he will put in the bank shot. That'll be his 17th point of the night.
Hecker guarded by Dirksey at half court. Drive into Franzen. Muchka trying to drive. Passing to Hecker, stolen away by Dirksey. Dirksey with a Zavachkin. Blocked away by Isaiah Muchka. What a play there. What a hustle play by Muchka there.
They're calling it clean.
No, I believe that was clean.
That will be on his highlight reel.
Yeah, I believe. I mean, Oostburg trying to maybe draw some fouls tonight, as it looks like, a lot of flailing arms tonight. But, as we know, that is a penalty now. That's a foul. We saw that against Sheboygan Christian, actually, this year. So Oostburg really got to be careful, because I think that's what they're trying to do and get to the line tonight.
Now the Dutchman will bring it up by 8. About 5.5 minutes left. And Isaiah poke at the ball, but will be called for a foul.
That'll be Muchka's second. That's now incoming for the Lancers is Noah Dillon in for Reed Haynes. Zavachkin now over to Dirksey. Down to Zavachkin. Lancers kind of in a zone now. I mean, we said that they might pull that out tonight, but Zavachkin, three-pointer, not going to go. But nobody is there to box him out. Is Dirksey going to get a layup? No! Foul there on Dirksey. So they both got tangled up going for the ball. Second team foul now on the Dutchman. That'll be Dirksey's second. As Derek Lobbs now checks in for Isaiah Muchka. Derek has 18 on the night.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Noah. I mean, personally, I would have called that on Noah, and he has 4 fouls so far, so he's really got to be careful. And none of the Dutchmen are really in any foul trouble. A couple of them with 2, one with 1, so they're pretty safe in the foul battle till right now.
Swift move there by Derek Lobbs, not going to lead to a point though. Franzen going to go now. Drops the ball, but he's going to get another chance to dribble it. Hecker now dribbling it out. Dillon over to Wagner. Hands it off to Lobbs. Out to Franzen. Back over to Hecker. Look for Derek coming across, doesn't get to him. Noah Dillon now top of the key.
And there will be a foul on Zavachkin, so that will be his second. Team's third foul. They're definitely doing better at staying in non-foul trouble here. Over to Wagner. I don't know about you, but I see a little bit of hand checking there that they're not calling. They're definitely, as that's stolen away, Zavachkin now dribbling down. Go to Zavachkin, he's going to put it in for 2. And that'll be Dirksey's 19th point of the night. Lancers down by 10 now, 62-52. Need to get something going. Zavachkin's on Wesley now. Derek finds Will, and there'll be a foul on the ground. And that'll be 14th foul for the Dutchman.
That'll be on number 10, Kyler Ernesi. He's now checking in for the Dutchman, number 5, Caden Weavers. one of the 4 seniors on this team. Hecker now in the corner. Losing Dirksey a little bit, but stolen away now by the Dutchmen as they're going to call a transition foul on the Lancers. Dutchmen now going to pass the ball into Dirksey. Oostburg has had 4 guys score tonight. The Lancers have 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they usually have. They have 2 guys that score a lot, and then we got a couple guys under 10. And it's exactly what they're doing again tonight. I mean, you literally have Zavachin with 33 points, and that's over half of the team's points.
Yeah, Oostburg now looks like they're kind of stalling now. Trying to run down the clock. This is, when I left Minnesota and I was in 8th grade, they just installed the shot clock. And me personally do think it's a very good thing to have in high school basketball because Oostburg's had the ball for about almost a minute now. They would have had to shoot it in about 35 seconds. Yep. So I think definitely the installment of the shot clock is definitely needed in Wisconsin, and this is even an example of it here.
Yeah, especially in these close games, it doesn't really give the other team an opportunity.
Zavachin going to drive and put it in for 2. It's 35th of the night. Lob's now going to drive. Back over to Wagner. Franzen going to put up a desperation 3, and that one's going to fall. Puts the game within 9 now. The 17th of the night. Dirksey going to bring it back out now. Dirksey just going to drive and put it in.
So this actually isn't Zavachin's most points. I mean, it is this year. This year his high so far is 30. Last year it was 39, and the year before that it was 37. He has 1,454 points, and he's also a junior. So that's pretty incredible, and Oostburg's got a couple bright years ahead.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I definitely feel like Oostburg's going to be making a title run very soon. As especially next year as their top 2 players, juniors. Trying to get the ball back is the Lancers, but Dutchman doing a great job of stalling. Dirksey just going to get a drive over to Zavachkin for 2. Lead now 13 by the Dutchman. Hecker going to drive, going to put up a jumper, and that one's not going to fall. Lancer foul, number 2, Wesley Hecker going to send Dirksey to the line.
Yeah, like you're talking about with the shot clock, the only way to get the ball back without the shot clock is fouling. And I mean, even with the shot clock, that's usually what you do just to not waste so much time. But you don't usually do that when you're down by 13. But you got the ball back, get a chance.
Dirksey going to put in the first one.
And it looks like Lohberger is clearing the bench. And your starters will be heading out. And Oostburg subs will also be heading in.
But Zavachkin staying in the game. Great sportsmanship. Dirksey not going to put the second one in. Is Camden Bay going to get the rebound? Logan Brooks looking where to go. With a Voigt covered by Dirksey.
And Dirksey will get the steal, and there'll be a subbing. And Zavachin. The Zavachin brothers will both be headed out. Dirksey will continue to stay in. Oh, just kidding. Weston Zavachin will stay in.
Reed Haynes almost steals that one away, but no doubt the Dutchmen are definitely just going to dribble the ball out now. Maybe going to get a shot for the people on their bench.
Yeah, Oostburg really has some light now shown for the next few years, and even this playoff season. I mean, Weston Zavachin is only a freshman too, and see what he can do in the near future. And Camden will get it, and it'll be knocked away by number 32, Cooper Nesser. And it'll stay Lancer ball with 10 seconds left.
You know, I thought they called that Oostburg ball, but they switched it. Tresvant and Logan Brooks not going to go, but I'll stay with the Dutchman. We'll go to the Dutchman, excuse me.
And Oostburg will dribble it up for the last couple seconds. And that will be your ball game. Your score, Oostburg Dutchman 69, your Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers 55.
Yeah, we'll be back for a brief post-game show after these words from our sponsors.
Bethany Lutheran School is blessed to have a fantastic faculty and staff partner together with just amazing families, all to work for the good of our children. And every day bring the gospel message of God's love for them, the forgiveness of all their sins, and heaven waiting for them. We talk regularly about doing things the Bethany way, and that's simply doing everything to the very best out of our love for our Savior. Whether it's in the classroom, doing music, it could be on the athletic field and the way that we treat each other. We do things out of the love for our Savior and do things the very best we can. And that is doing things the Bethany way, and we strive every day to do that to our very best.
Hi, I'm Logan Brooks.
And I'm Camden Bay. And we are the officers here of the Broadcast Club at MLHS.
It has been amazing to move into our broadcasting booth in the new gym.
But we need your support.
With the move, we have equipment we need to buy to continue to bring you high-level broadcasts of MLHS sports.
If you are a business interested in a commercial or an individual who just loves our broadcasts and would like to support us, scan the QR code or go to the link on your screen to see ways you can support us.
You can also email our advisor, Nathan Gergel, for more information.
Thanks, and enjoy the game.
Sponsored by B&B Metals. Buying scrap cars, appliances, and farm equipment. If it's metal, we buy it. Call us at 920-693-8261.
For all your plumbing needs, Leisure Plumbing. Full service plumbing for more than 45 years.
And here for your post-game show as the Oostburg Dutchmen take the game 69-55. But here we're going to look at the game stats for tonight. Makai, why don't you run us through them? But just to say the turnovers are not accurate, as the Lancers had 7 and the Oostburg Dutchmen had 3.
Yeah, so your score was 55-69. I mean, the rebound battle really showed through, and as you can see, 23-20, Oostburg just really, I mean, we talked about it at halftime. The Lancers needed to stop them from the second chance points, and they didn't really do a good job of that. And I think a big problem, too, with the Lancers is coming out of the half, they've just been a little slow, and teams take advantage of that, and they come out quick, and right away they got that lead of about 10, and Lancers couldn't ever totally fight back. Lancers shooting pretty well tonight, about 41%. The Dutchmen shooting 34% from the three-point line, and then the Dutchmen shooting 52% from the whole range all across the floor, and Lancers shooting about 48%. So I think this was a good game for the Lancers to get in before playoffs. It was just another game where you can tell that we can hang with these good teams, and it's not impossible. And I think we really need to stress coming out of the coming into the second half with the mentality of getting after it and not giving up so easily.
Yeah, and the Lancers only shot 2 free throws tonight, making both of them, as also the Dutchman only shot 8 free throws tonight, so not many free throws getting put up tonight. But, I mean, Oostburg definitely did not need that as they scored 61 points otherwise. But now as we look toward the Lancers' top 3 scorers of tonight, we have Derek Lobbs leading it off with 18, with shooting 64% from the field. Will Franzen with 17, shooting 47%, leading the team in rebounds tonight with 8. And then Wesley Hecker with 15, shooting 67%.
Yeah, Wesley came in clutch too with just those jumpers. And Derek Lobbs also shot pretty well, and Will did too. And I think another thing to take away too is just not to shy away from the contact. Is tonight there was a lot of contact in that lane, and I think sometimes we just settle a little too much for these outside shots. And in order to compete with these good teams, you're going to need to take it to the hole, and you're going to need to get to the free throw line. No matter how much they're calling it, if they're not calling it at all, they're going to call it at some point. So keep attacking the rim and get to that line.
Yes, absolutely, and thank you for joining us tonight for this Lancer broadcast. I'm Tristan Holst.
I'm Akaya Krause.
And thank you for joining us tonight. Have a good night.